I need to explain something to you guys, and I need to apologise more than anything. So, good morning, people. I am aware that it may look like chaos in here this morning. Well, it is, if I'm honest, it is chaos. I basically didn't have time to dry my clothes properly after they came out of the washing machine, so they're just sort of flung everywhere. But we have no time to worry about that. Also, you might have noticed my bedding is the same as it was in the last video. We have no time to worry about that either. It's going to have to remain for the entire duration of this adventure. It's currently dark outside due to the fact that it is 6 AM and I've literally just woken up, by the way, about 94 seconds ago. Now, I was going to climb out through the cab and escape that way. However, I think it's time to face the world full on. Why? Why, oh why? Why do I have to be up this early? Oh yes, I remember why. It's a great day. We are going on an adventure. As you can see, we are currently plotted up next to some sort of fenced off road area, and my bed for the night was here, nestled in amongst the cars. But unfortunately, I don't really have time to think about my nice, warm, comfortable bed right now. But what we do have time for is to clear the windscreen. So whilst that is clearing, in fact, let's set it to clear. I need to explain something to you guys, and I need to apologise more than anything. So, on my YouTube channel, I put up a poll. It said, should I drive to Scotland for a road trip or Europe for a road trip? Well, Scotland won it, just about won it. And so I was all ready to go to Scotland, and then, and I genuinely am sorry about this, I didn't intentionally do it, but I looked at all the dates and I realised there was about 2 or 3 days too little to complete the road trip that I had planned. It's a very particular road trip, it's not the NC500, it's better than that, and that's why I wanted to do it. But because I got to be in Belgium on October 20th, I just didn't quite have enough time. I could have done it, but it would have been a massive rush. So instead, we are doing Europe. Now, it was a close call anyway. It was like 54% Scotland in the end, so it wasn't like a massive majority of you wanted Scotland. But because I know that about half of you do, I will be going there. I will be doing this exact road trip that I'd planned, but just not right this second, because right now I am in Portsmouth and I am heading to the ferry so we can cross over into France. Yeah, not too bad, you? Would you need ticket or passport?
Just general passport.
I have officially made it on board, safe and sound. I think we're about to set off in about 10 minutes. As you can see, we are still in Portsmouth at the moment. But as you can also see, ladies and gentlemen, I am in a cabin. I have my very own cabin. It's only a 6-hour sailing, so it's not really necessary for me to have a cabin, but because it's a daytime sailing, it was cheap to book it, whereas if you stay overnight, obviously they probably charge a fortune. The main reason I've got it is because I have a shower. But before we set off, I'm going to head out, check out the restaurant options and go and look on the deck so we can get a nice little shot of the boat sailing away from the UK. The breakfast area is closed. There's probably a fair few restaurants on here though, so I'm going to go check that out. But we are about to leave, so I am going to go and find the deck first, I think. Now here we go. There's a little meal area in here, look. Right, we appear to be sailing already. I've missed the grand takeoff, but we have not really gone very far yet. And just like that, we have set sail upon the open seas. You're probably wondering what the plan is over the next sort of 12, 13 days. So am I. If I'm honest, I've got no plan whatsoever. All I know is we're going to France today, and that's it. That's as far as I got with my planning, but we'll figure it out on the way.
How's it going? You alright?
Yeah.
I watch you on YouTube.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm literally just filming now. Just met a lovely couple who watch the channel, and they told me a fact. This ship is apparently brand new. So, let's see what this brand new kitchen is capable of. Is this like a buffet breakfast or is there...
It's a buffet breakfast, yes. So you have two different formulas. So the first one is only the buffet, and the second one buffet and English breakfast.
Well, that restaurant offers full English and a buffet. But you can't just get a full English. She says the one upstairs you can though, so we'll go check that out.
Full English is one of them.
Just there?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. What a helpful brand new man. I didn't manage to secure a window seat. I'm just sat sort of in the middle of everything at the moment, but that's all good because I got one in the cabin. So I'm going to tuck into this and we'll head back there. That food was pretty nice, to be fair. The only complaint was that it wasn't really very hot, but the taste made up for that. I'm currently walking all the way up to deck 10 because there's apparently a sun deck up here. Oh yes. So I'm just going to go and check that out. God, look at this. I got it all to myself. A brand new bit of boatage right before our very eyes. Don't know what all this is about. I mean, can't get through into that bit over there, I don't think. But it does appear that we have it all to ourselves, which is quite nice. We've got all these benches up here. Oh, by the way, if you can see that in the distance, that is the Isle of Wight. There's a little bit of geographical information for you. It's a little bit windy up here, so I think I'm going to head back down. I just wanted to check it out. God, look at this. They've even got an outside gym. Literally, that is amazing. If it wasn't so windy, I'd be on that equipment. Don't you worry. I'd be right on that equipment. It's my sort of thing, that is, a gym. Love a bit of exercise after me brekkie. Okay, before I crack on and do a little bit of work, possibly have a little sleep and then refresh myself with a shower, I would like to introduce today's video sponsor, which is Sablé. So back in the day when you went abroad, if you wanted to avoid any unexpected roaming charges on your mobile phone, you would have to rock up at the airport or the ferry port in this case, find a shop to buy a local SIM card, take your SIM card out and put the new one in, and then you wouldn't even have your phone number for your trip. But gone are those days, because now there's such a thing as an eSIM, which is an electronic SIM card that you can install onto your phone alongside your existing physical SIM card. Now, some companies make this process fairly difficult to install the eSIM, but with Sablé, it is literally just an app and it does it all for you. So, before you set off for your journey, what you do is you select the country that you're going to, you choose the data package that you want, and by the way, if you use the code VENTURES, you will get 15% off. And after that, the app installs the eSIM for you. All you have to do is just go into your settings and make sure that it's switched on. You'll then notice that your new data package says it's inactive, but that's because it knows that you're still in the UK. But as soon as you get to your destination country, it will activate itself immediately. That way, you're not going to get stung with any crazy roaming charges when you return home, and you're going to be able to use data whenever you like, and if you run out, you can simply top it back up. So I use Sablé all the time, and if you want to check it out, don't forget to use the code VENTURES to get 15% off, or visit sablé.com/ventures, and I'll also stick that link down in the description below. I'll tell you something, that was a good shower. Also, that bed was comfortable as anything. Top marks for that. I managed to get about an hour's sleep, which is unlike me. I can never ever usually sleep in the daytime. But we have landed. We are now officially in France. I've checked my eSIM, and as I thought, it's become active, and I have just set my mobile data on my phone to make sure it uses that eSIM and not my regular SIM, and that has given me mobile data. So I have been able to check out the maps, and we're currently at the top of France in the middle. I've never been here before. Usually I go to Calais from Dover, and because we currently have no plan, I figured I would just sort of get myself a little bit more down towards the centre of the country. So I've picked a random town. I have hit go on the sat nav, and we're going to drive about 2 hours south of here. I thought I'd hit record on the cameras to share this moment with you. So when I was driving back from Italy in that massive motorhome once, I had to do all the tolls, and I had to like jump over to that side of the window and like lean out and pay, and it was all complicated because you get tickets and you have to pay later at another thing. I've got this thing on the windscreen now. It's called the Bip and Go. My mate Oslo told me about it. Well, actually it was his pet humans, Hazo and Lasagna. But basically, you just drive up to this apparently, and it's going to do all the magic for me. So let's see if it works, shall we? It's not going to work, is it? This is unbelievable. I've put it in the right place and everything. I read the instructions. Now what? I haven't parked close enough to the machine to sort it out. Oh, it done it, it done it, it done it. I just drove up real close to it and it beeped. Oh yes. So now, rather than getting extortionate money coming out of my bank every time, it will all add up, and then when I get home I'll get extortionately robbed then. So it won't ruin the trip. Brilliant. About an hour and a half later, down a nice little country lane, and we have arrived. Well, we will have in a minute. Oh look, water.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Rue du Pont.
Why is there a
Then
stop
take the
sign?
first
Oh,
right
because we've got to
onto
stop.
Rue
Makes sense, Siri.
Turn right onto Rue du Bac.
Right, we're going down this tiny little lane. Let's hope we can get back up it. Humans! What on earth is going on? Thank you, thank you. God, this is well nice. Look!
The destination is on your right.
There's four-legged natures, there's a building, there's a river. This is incredible. Well, for now, I've just stuck the van here so I can have a little look around. I don't know if that's the best place to park for the night. You probably can't tell, but it's on a bit of a wonk going downhill that way. But this is incredible, this little place. So, as you can see, we've got a building and some natures over to our left. In front of the van, we have a river. That's that beautiful bridge that we just drove over. Plenty of amazing boats down in the background. I'd say all in all, this is a pretty nice little spot that I've located here. It's really nice and peaceful. Nice little decking bit here that we can walk along. I don't really know what this area is or what's around there. I'm assuming it is just some sort of little town. It's about, well, it was 5:30 when I rocked up, so there should still be time to go and find somewhere to eat. I'm thinking maybe a little restaurant this evening. And then tomorrow I'm going to stock up in a supermarket. I bought some bits from home as well. Before I sit in the van, do a little bit of research on this place to find out whether I should sleep there. And is this a good place to go and find a restaurant, or is there somewhere better? I thought I'd take a little wander along here first. So that's that building up on the side. The van is just parked over on the back bit there. And these are the little four-legged natures in front of us. So we're going to say hello to them, see what's behind this building. And then I'll head back to the van and get on Google. We are approaching the natures. The hungry little natures. Look at them. They're amazing. They are loving a bit of grassage. There's one white one, a few black ones, and then a rare breed. I believe it's called a false badger. Oh, I'm not joking, I'm just walking back now towards the van. I can smell fresh bread. Like the nicest, freshest bread ever. I've always had this issue with bread anywhere in Europe. Like sliced bread, it's disgusting, right? But the fresh, proper bread is amazing, and I can smell it and I want some. As nice as that other place was, it turns out it was on the outskirts of the town, and it was about a 45-minute walk away. So I've driven here, it was about a 10-minute drive, and I'm now in the town, hoping to find some sort of food option. There was a couple of options near where I was parked, where there was one mainly, but I had a look at the food and it looked like some sort of inside-out turkey knuckle. I don't even know if turkeys have knuckles, but I wasn't going to risk it. But what I am going to risk is parking here. I don't know if I'm allowed or not. I can't see any signs. I mean, oh wait, what's that up there? I think that's a sign for something else. I reckon this bit, I'm alright. So I'm just going to risk it, leave it here, and hopefully we don't get some sort of a ticket. I found a dark alleyway, and nothing bad has ever come from exploring a dark alleyway. Don't really know where it's going to lead, but God, there's a smell. It's familiar. From the subways of London. Just goes back out into the town. I'm assuming this bridge is going over the same bit of water that we were parked next to earlier. Must be a river that runs all the way through this town. It's pretty nice, and apparently on the other side there is... Oh, look at that! There's a pizza restaurant. My favourite. Well, it doesn't look particularly appealing in there, and obviously it is well and truly closed down. Well, I found a doner kebab shop, so I thought if worse comes to worse I can have that. In fact, it's a local, proper French doner kebab shop. They call it Le Doner Kebab. But I went to the door to check out what sort of place it looks like, and it's shut down, completely deserted. I don't know what's going on in this town, but it doesn't seem too lively. I'm going to head back to where my van is and then go beyond that to the other side and see if I have much luck there. Right, there's not a lot of options here either. Oh wait, there is a restaurant over the road here. Pizzas? Well, you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of pizzas, but it looks like that's the only option. If I must. Bonjour. Merci. Looks like a bit of a posh gaff restaurant in here, and it's not open for 15 minutes, but they said I can sit down. I don't know whether I can make an order yet or I have to wait, but either way, we're going to get a posh gaff French pizza. If you need full confirmation that you are indeed within the posh gaff, there are certain signs you should look out for. One of those signs is if you ever get served what looks like seagull excrement on a roof tile. But I'm not complaining, it was actually pretty nice, seagull excrement. And as for the pizza itself, I've got to give that top marks as well, that was actually really nice. But right now I'm going to get back inside the van and figure out where to go and stay for the night, because I certainly cannot sleep here. I'm aware that you can't really see me right now. In fact, let's use my headlights for a minute before I go out. I'm back at the original spot, because even though it's on a wonk, I figured in the morning it's going to look nice here. And it saves driving around trying to find somewhere else to park. And you know the common phrase, oh great, the lights have gone out. That's not the common phrase. You know that well-known phrase though, the one that philosophers always say, if one cannot park upon a wonk and maintain a restful and composed night's sleep, then their value to this wandering space rock floating through the never-ending vast expanse of the cosmos is nothing. I think that was Aristotle who first came up with that back in 350 BC. Anyway, I'm going to get me some sleep after a long day's travelling. I've got my CCTV on just in case that false badger sheep tries anything on. I don't mean if he's outside trying on wigs and dresses and that, he's more than welcome to do that. I just mean if he tries to get inside my van. And if he does, I will let you know. And if not, I will catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, people. What an absolutely beautiful day and the perfect place to open my eyes. I absolutely love it here. We got my little friends over here chilling out, having their breakfast. We got the false badger right in the middle of the pack and the white one over to the edge there. He may have been shunned. But talking of breakfast, that is exactly what I need. I believe there is some sort of boulangerie around here, which I think is just a baker's. So I'm going to go and see if I can find myself some sort of pastry. No idea what that is in there. There's a bar in there. And then you've got some sort of witchy wizard shop down here. Yeah, that was closed as well, but I can see, or it might not be a boulangerie, I don't know what the difference is, but this one just says patisserie on the sides. But either way, it sounds like my kind of place for breakfast. Pain au chocolat. Merci. I've had to cross over the road. There appeared to be a rambling group. Human traffic on the other side. But I have secured myself a pain au chocolat. I nearly had a massive error though, because I'm colour deficient. I basically thought this pastry pie thing was like chocolate with white chocolate chips on top. Turns out I think it was some sort of like tomato paste with little blobs of cheese on there, which wouldn't have been that bad. But when you're expecting some sort of chocolatey feast and you bite into that, that would not have been great. Let's get a bit of natural light in here, shall we? Far better than that fake stuff. In fact, we'll have a bit of both. A little mix of human versus God. So, for breakfast, I have a Mockingbird Raw Press green smoothie. Nothing but the good stuff in there. I bet you didn't think you'd ever see me drinking one of those. And then we're going to counterbalance that with an authentic French pain au chocolat. And once I've eaten that, on my new table, is that in the shot? Can you see it? Can you see it? Look at it go. I am going to go to the gym. I found a branch of gym. It's called Basic Fit, and you can buy like, I think maybe 5 passes or something like that, and they're spread out all over the country. So I should be able to go into a few of those over the next couple of weeks. But then I am going to formulate a plan of where to head next, which you will find out in the next video. But I think I might have already sussed it. So last night I basically looked up everywhere in France. There isn't a single stone left unturned. and I found out where's best to go and all this. And there was a collection of good places to go, all in a sort of similar area. It isn't that close to here, but I think tomorrow, or today even, is going to be a full-on driving day. This is just one of my plans, but if it goes to plan, I'm going to just drive and drive and drive, and then get to the next place, and then for the next few videos I'll be in that nice area, and I should just be able to do a little bit of driving each day and then spend most of the time actually out and about, hopefully with nice weather. But you know me, plans often change last minute, so I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but you will find out on the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. It was a bit of a sort of travelling and immersing myself deep within the French culture last night with that pizza Don Blanche. That's not a word. Is that a word? If that's a word, I'm going to be very impressed. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. From here on out, we should be settled right in, and we'll be able to see some beautiful parts of France. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you on the next episode.